Do you want to make a bunch of baby bales like this? Do you want to harvest cotton like this? And do you want to ride a really funky colored bike like this? Well then, today's mods might be for you. In total, we got 59 mods released on the in-game mod up. There's no other way to put it. We got 33 new for all platforms, as well as 11 updates. And PC and Mac players got 7 new and 8 updates. If you like staying updated, get subscribed. Today's gonna be a long one. Timestamps are below. Pray for me. Let's do it. Starting off today, we have the John Deere 8R South America. This is gonna be available in 2 versions. We have the 2016 and the 2020. This is the one we're going to go on and show you today. So engine options, the 326 horsepower with that 280. We can bump that up. We also have a 310, a 340, a 370, a 410 power shift, 410 power chip shift, then back down all the way up to 478 horsepower, which is pretty sweet. Wheel options from Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vudestan, Lizard tires, and back down. So yeah, you can even run some Lizard tires on here if you want to, being a South America version, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Designs, we have EU, which is hilarious, being South America. We also have US. I would assume you want to go with the US version there, but hey, they gave you the option, so whatever. Starfires, we've got 6,000, 7,000, RTK or nada. Side bottle, yes or no. We also have a cabin flag. Go with Brazil, which is definitely go with Rio Grande do Sul. We also have quite a few other ones that I'm really bad at pronouncing as well. Plus some other things around. Thermal bottle with cup. It's going to be around towards the inside. We also have sign signals that you could throw on there. Windows with clear or tinted. Folded cover, yes or no. Configuration, we have 3-point and front weight. So choose between those, and then you've got your license plate. Next up, we have the new Holland TX 32. Very, very cool. This comes with the combine harvester, the header, and the header trailer. Now we have a couple TX32s, and this is just one more to add to your collection. We got 155 horsepower on here. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vudestan, BKT, Midas, and so on and so forth. Different couple little setups there. Warning triangle, we've got no and yes. We also have additional mirrors. I think those are mirrors. Yes. Beacon lights. We have in front, in back. No, both of them. Both come standard. Reflectors, we have yes and no. Warning signs, yes and no along towards the back. Main stickers, we have worn out and new, which is very cool. Make color, we also have a lightly used and very used setup. Super cool there. Same thing with the rims, and we have a license plate. Same things are going to go here as well for the header. We have crop pickers, yes and no. Main stickers, worn out or brand new, and then the same colors. And you're going to see the same things over here with the warning sign, reflectors, and then main color and rim color on the header trailer. As about a bike, we got the Motorized Bike, 105 horsepower, which is absolutely insane for that little guy with the variable transmission. It goes 49 miles an hour. Very cool. We also have some configurations for the seat, which is nice. A couple different designs for the shocks in the front. Of course, you got to have shocks. And then we have a main color. We've got a design color, which is going to be your engine. Color of the handlebars, which I keep changing up to be black for some reason. There you go. Purple it is. And then rim colors are rim colors. So didn't really go too crazy on those, and it only changes the outside. Also, the rear has pegs on it. Those pegs are going to be used for your passenger seating, so it does support passenger seating. And gets up and moves pretty well. Let's see if we can pop the wheelie right here. As always, yeet. And it holds it. Very nice. Doesn't turn great, but it is a bicycle. Next up, we have the Lizard Cyklop, which is actually a mod that was released back in November last year on PC. So it's been like 11 months since this has been released, but it's here now for console players, which is very, very cool. It is a crane. We have a couple different setups, a clamshell bucket, manure fork, bucket for potatoes and beets, which I don't know why you just wouldn't use something else, but in the game it doesn't matter. In real life it does. You've also got a silage fork as well. This is going to hold between 800 and 600 liters each. So the machine itself, we have a couple different setups for the wheels. We have a couple different setups for the decals, which is nice. Designs, we have with and without a cabin. Looks insane with a cabin, so we'll keep that off. And then the PTO as well, which hooks up to your tractor. You can change the look of that. We have colors for the roller frame color. We'll change that. The frame color, we'll change that to be blue. Cabin color, which we don't actually have a cabin on there, and it changes nothing when there's no cabin. And then rim colors are rim colors, which are kind of all over the place. Very colorful and bright piece of equipment. As for your attachments, all these are going to have the same color options, but again, they are very specific per the thing. Next up, we got something super duper cool for you guys. This is the BioBaler WB55. These are available in two options. They could do cotton or your regular wood chips or poplars as they cut down. Now, wheel setups, we've got basically the same stuff we do for base game. We do have a lot of different color options, so you can really take your mound turned up to wild when it comes with that stuff. One of the neat things about this is it'll make 125, 150, and 180 centimeter round bales of your poplar, so your wood chips, or cotton. So you can make smaller cotton bales if you want to. How cool is that? We just happen to have a poplar setup here, so let's jump in and take a look at this. So a couple things you're going to want to know about. Definitely turn on that automatic drop. It is a round baler at the end of the day, and can be a little bit annoying. Now, we do have different ways to kick it right and left, which is very cool. And we can open and close the very front. Now, that's not going to do a whole lot. It's just going to drop it down, so let's do that. Let's just keep it behind us right now, yeah? Yeah, let's keep it just right behind us. Perfect. Now, a couple other things. We have change bale size, 125, 150, and 180 centimeter round bales. We also have toggle working mode. We have default pickup, bonus pickup, extended, and virtual windrow. So if we make our way onto the website, we can actually see this, which the modder has provided. It's Gaming Joy if anybody's curious who it is. So the 125 is 4,000, 150 is 6,000, 180 is 8,000 liters, just so you know. Now you can see the difference with the default, bonus, extended, and virtual windrow. Very, very large through there. And then you can see the cotton here as well, which we'll talk about momentarily, but you may as well look at it now. Between 2,632 and 3,800, and yeah, you could do the same thing there. So let's just turn it on. Let's cut into the field, and as you can see, so I've got virtual windrow turned on. We will have to stop. There we go, and it'll just kick it out, bring back forward, and it'll open her up. Then we could change back up to the default pickup, which is, not bad. Bonus pickup. And then we pick up the extended pickup, and then we go ham. Ha ha. Oh, love it so much. Oh, it's just the best. Oh, that's so cool. It's just the best thing ever. Oh, look, we have cotton as well. Well, I mean, I don't want to waste it, do we? Now with this one, same thing. We could change that up to our 180 centimeter bales and go, go, go. Not too bad. It does fill up very slowly though in this working mode. So let's crease it out a little bit more. Okay, it's picking some up, but I would definitely go with this mode. So at least it'll be able to pick stuff up. Now, one unfortunate thing is you cannot hire a worker with this. You can't hire a worker with either one, at least that I've been able to notice. So yeah, just a heads up there. It is very cool though, and it's one thing where I'm not quite sure I would care to fast farm with this. It's very neat. Great job. Now, if you're like, that's cool, but I wish like the balers and windrows and stuff like that in the game could do that. Well, they can. The same modder has released the variable pickup width pack. And with this, we have stuff for doing your, what do you call these? Stones, which is kind of neat. As far as your bales go, you could do the baby bales. You could 50 horsepower, 120 centimeter bales. Those are fine. But the same width that we were using here, you can use with this little baby baler and pick up some wild and crazy stuff. You can do it with the base game bales, which is cool, round and square. You can even do this guy right here, so you can wrap them if you want to. They've also added, I think it's 150. I don't know if 150s are supported with that base game or not. It might. I just don't use that. And we also have loading wagons, which will do the same thing. And they also hold more as well. So my favorite, the little Alpen 251, bumps that up to 161,000 liters. Then you've got 260 on the Faro, the Rapides up to 350, the Poncho Jumbos up to 466, the Colossus up to 440, and we also have a pickup for straw with a forge wagon, and then we have up to 20,000 liters with this guy for doing that. I just find this so cool. Absolutely so cool. So let's go with redonkulous? Is that the word they used? Ha ha. Redonkulous. And then let's just keep it with that. And then I also want to try Baler as well. You know what? Baby bales, baby, yeah. So we got a Kloss and a Massey. So I've got some straw out here. A couple fields that I've got kind of set. So we've got all that done. We've got it at the largest pickup. Let's turn it on, drop it. We should be able to pick up both of these swaths. We can. I just don't know where the edge of the pickup is. Well, guess we found it. This is done with a 13.7 meter work of it, 13.2, something like that. So at the very least, you'll be able to pick this up. It is not a fast farm, so it's not going to be doing it quickly, but it does work. The unfortunate part is, or the unfortunate part. No, that was unfortunate, wasn't it? The unfortunate part is in the fields whenever you're doing your poplars and your cotton. That's easy to see, right? Well, with this, it's not easy to see because you can't see where the pickup is. Let's go into this. Let's drop it down, and let's just see, can we pick up both of these at the same time? Yes, we can, and it's kicking out baby bales faster than I can count. Can we pick up all three of these? We can, but it is right there on the edge. This is done with, I believe, a 9 meter working with piece of equipment. So doable, yes. Difficult, also yes. That's a lot of baby bales. Holy cow. Next is also something neat. This is planter and vegetable planter. So this adds the premium vegetables, so your carrots, parsnips, and red beets, to your base game planters, but only these two. Only these two. Now, granted, I like these, so that's fine. It also adds a few other things as well. We could do potatoes, you could do sugarcane, and you've also got poplars in there as well. So that's very cool, super duper neat. Only these two, it is a little bit interesting, but hey, it is what it is. We also have adapted to consumption and unrealistic, so that's pretty neat. So adapted to consumption is basically just going to empty everything at the same time. So 3,000 liter capacity, and then unrealistic is 35,000, which is yeet. We also have the exact same thing here as well. So adapted to consumption, the way everything empties out. You know, planters sometimes have way too much fertilizer in them for what it is. I know it's realistic to the real world. It stinks in farm sim. You just run out of everything quickly. So there you go. You've also got multiple different color options as well, depending on what you want, which is very, very cool. Next is something we talked about in Farm Sim news. I think about a week ago, the Randon low loader movable neck from Servertex and Teak Modding. We have the 2-axle and the 3-axle. Very cool there. Wheel brands from Continental, Randon, and that is it. We do have iron wheels, 1, 2, and 3. We also have a tubeless wheel as well, which looks great. And we've got a couple different sets of those as well. So choose the one that you want. Accessories, we do have a spare tire on the front, and then we've got different setups for different things around there too, which is kind of neat. How's about we go with this, which looks to be like a transport wheel setup for a John Deere. Now, dismounted tire assembly, we have all kinds of stuff here as well, so you could choose what you want. Let's just do dismantled tires. There we go. Basically, what that's doing is changing the rim color. Water tanks, we've got yes and no. As far as your rear ramp, we've got a couple different setups for that. We have a hydro-pneumatic, hydraulic, and rear ramp with springs. So you could choose what you like. Signage plates, we have chassis, overload, plate on the ramp and oversized. And then in side signaling, we've got triangles, flagpole, red flags, yellow, standard, very cool there. Bumper models, we've got a couple different setups for those as well, just kind of personal taste. Auxiliary supports, yes and no. Attachers, we do have a trailer hitch on the back if you need to. Floors, we have a wooden floor, we've also got a metal floor, there you go, and then back to wood again. Not much else going on there. Color options. We do have Owl That Hurts My Eyes Blue in case you're looking for that, but there's a lot more to that. We also have a setup for the bumper color. We have an accessory cab color, round towards the front, and lastly a rim color, because of course we do. Next is the Bailey Bowser from Ross and Mods. Very cool to see this out. Super duper awesome. 18,000 up to 1 million liters. Goodness, got that unrealistic there. That's going to be water. It's going to be milk, liquid fertilizer, herbicide. It's also going to be an additive, I believe, and your fuel. In configurations, you can go between the 18 and the 1 million liters. Very cool there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wheel options from BKT, Trelleborg, Michelin, Wittgenstein, Continental back in again. Attacher type for UK, we have the Charmueller Cup Ball. And back to the UK. Baller pin hitch is what that is. Tension belts, yes or no. It's going to be around towards the very front. As you can see, it's kind of a platform there. Main color, we could do all of those, but keep it green. And then we have color for the tank, which I do like in chrome. And then we also have chrome for the wheels as well, but you can choose anything you want. Next up, we've got the Lizard R505. This is a smaller trailer for you guys. Different setups for Lizard tires, Continental, back and forth between both of those. Continental does have the base game tire options or wheel options. So that's pretty cool. And then we have colors for the chassis, the design, and your rim colors, which includes chrome. Thank you very much. But that is it. Next is the John Deere bucket for wheel loaders. The capacity, we've got a 1 million liter capacity or 3,500. We also have color options from all of the above. Basically, everything is in there. We even have Volvo. Now, main color is going to only be the lip at the bottom. Design color is actually the color for the bucket itself. If you want this to be John Deere, well, pretty easy. Just go down there. And then for here, I don't know, something like that. Oh. See, now I messed up. Bam. There you go. That's John Deere-esque. Trying to look around, see, do we have any John Deere logos or anything? No John Deere logos on here, but it is what it is. Also, when you load in, it's going to be orange in the mod hub and then blue once you click on it, and then it's white when you go in here. Basically, full customization. Next is the Brantner TA23071 Power Push Plus. Oh yeah, 34,000 liter capacity on there. We've also got a manure spreader, which will do 25,000 liters. So choose whichever one you want through there. Wheel options from Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, which look interesting, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, and Lizard tires, which look kind of like the Continentals. Let's bump those up a little bit. Main color, you can change it to whatever you like, and then your rim colors are exactly the same. Next is the Lizard PB, not to be confused with the peanut butter and jelly time. 8,000 liter capacity on here. We could bump that up to 16 or 22,000, and that is it. There are no other options. Next, we've got the Lizard Z261, which is based off of the SIPMA Z261 released from Klonic back in, I think it was about a month ago. I don't know, 9/16, somewhere around there. This will make your normal round bales for you guys. It does 125 centimeter bales up at 6 miles per hour, 45 horsepower required. We do have a couple different setups for stickers here. We do have colors, but they're only red. And we have rims, but they're only beige. Next is the Lizard Leopard Duo 280, which is actually based off of the Talex Leopard Duo 280, which was released today for PC and Mac players as an update. This is new for all platforms. 75 horsepower, 2.8 meters at 7 miles an hour. We have a couple different setups for your designs and stickers and things like that, as well as a few different color options, which are very different from each other. Thank you. And it's a mulcher, by the way, if you didn't pick that up. And then we have a version with wheels. Another crossplay mod based off of a PC-only mod is the Cultivator 7 Anchors based off of the Esperia 7 Anchor, which was new today for PC and Mac players. We do have a couple different setups for the roller in the back and the attachment in the front. New and old, basically. 60 horsepower, 1.9 meter worker width at 6 miles an hour. It's Cultivator. Next, we have the Lizard U240. This is a disc harrow for you. And again, oh yeah, based off of a PC mod that got updated today. Model of disc, we have a couple different setups for that, which is very cool. You also have extra weight that you can throw on the front, including stone and other. We also have front disc type. We have rear disc type, which you can change. Ground slices, you've got those. Rear board, you can throw those on too, which is very nice to see. We have rear board styles. Is that the same thing? That was the same thing. We also have reflectors, which you can face forwards or backwards, which is really nice. Rear reflectors, same thing there. Main color, very muted colors. We also have a disc color, which you can change. And design, which is, the color of the little bits of the front and the back separately. Maybe too many customization options, but good job nonetheless. Next is the SMS Agro, I was going to say LV. Now, it's the Grassland roller pack. So this pack includes one model, but a bunch of different things that do different stuff. I think we had this like at Farm Sub 17, if I remember correctly, maybe 19 as well. So on here we have an additional tank, which if you want to be able to turn this into a seeder, well, that's what you're going to be able to do there. Next up, we have different wheel options. Choose what you like and even tire sizes. Rear lights, you can change those if you want to. So we have that. Design, couple different things through there. A little bit of yawn, nothing too crazy. And then we have rollers and fertilizer spreaders, rollers and seeders, fertilizer spreaders, weeders, all the above. All right, so you can do all that. Now, the first one is the grass roller and weed improver. It's a grass roller. Then we have another roller. Then we have a weeder. Then we have a fertilizer spreader. Then we have a seeder, and then all of them can kind of be interchangeable with other features, which is really interesting. It's a bit over my head, I will be completely honest. They also hold multiple different things. There's seeds, water, solid fertilizer, and lime. A lot going on here. We've also got some chainsaws, the Lizard PS X90 pack. Now, all of these are going to be exactly the same, just different colors and that type of thing. There's also a few different models as well. And yes, these are based off of a PC-only mod that came out today as well. And we've got placeables and a bunch of them, as well as a bunch of maps as well. So, hey, if you're with me, hang tight. I'm doing my best. I'm 2 hours into recording at this point. Somebody hit me really hard, so I know what it feels like to be alive. Next, we have the pig farm building package. There's so much going on with this pack. We've got a lot of different things, a couple different silos. Wow, what a day to have a mod where the doors open slower than I can walk upstairs. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. It's a pig area, man. It is what it is. Also, I do dislike days like this when we get like a bajillion mods. Kind of feel bad for mods like this because I don't get to spend enough time on them. Nonetheless, it is a pig area. It's very cool. We've got one at one end, one on the other. This is all part of the same, like, placeable, by the way. All of this. We have two. Come on. We've got two. Click on this. You can see $220,000 right there. If we jump into animals, jump into pigs, we take a look at this. 350 head of pigs. I think in one of my games it would probably hold about a bajillion, but yeah, it is what it is. We also have silos here as well. We have a medium and a regular. We have a place where you can put your manure if you would like. So we'll run over there real quick, show you that. There it is. Very cool. Very cool. Come over here. I think maybe be able to turn on some stuff. 3 million liters capacity on that, which is cool. Then we have 3 more buildings to show you guys. So the first one is just they both go that way. The first one's just a shed. This one looks exactly the same, but oh no, open this up. And it's got a silo system inside, which is very, very cool. Holds 500,000 or 5 million. I don't know. There might be too many zeros there for me to realize what's going on. It'd be nice if there were some commas. And then we've got a workshop. Come on, doors open. And we come through here. And we've got kind of like a center area. Open these doors. And you kind of get in between and in and out of some of these spots, which is neat. So, what do you guys think? This is the pig farm building package. Oh yeah, there's a stack of hay bales too. Straw, whatever. Next, we've got our grain storage with drying floor. Now look at this. How cool is that? Folds up section by section, and you have to fold up each one. It's a Swedish-inspired building, which is absolutely beautiful. I love the areas there. So this, with the drying kind of floor area, they say it's only for visual, $280,000 for this. You cannot change up the colors either. I did try, but it is a very beautiful building. Nonetheless, great job. Here's a neat one, the TMR Mixing Station. The mixing capacity is 160,000 liters. The mixing speed is 4,600 liters per hour, which is not going to be useful for me, but hopefully it will be for you. It is a production, so you can speed that up if you're on PC, so quick heads up there. And we've got the little logos everywhere, which I love. I'll be completely honest. Love the little logos. You got your silage, your straw, your hay. You could throw over your... that, which I never use, but you have to use it. So just heads up there. Next is the mod called Lizard Mixed. I don't think you want to mix up any lizards here. Lizard mix sounds like the wrong kind of thing, but we can make 3 different kinds of pig food and 2 different kinds of mineral feed, which is kind of neat if you have some crops laying around. Well, you can utilize them for making pig feed or mineral feed. Next on our list is Steel Haul, and I don't know how they've done it, but they've been able to get it at the beginning. Most everything in here is in alphabetical order. However, somehow they got it at the beginning. I don't know how they did it, but it's here if you want it. Next is a good one. This is the multi-garage from ICAS. So if you want to come check this out, you got a place right there to work on your vehicles. Now, around towards the inside, it's going to be this white, and then whatever color you choose is going to be the stripe around. So, for example, we grab this, we put down a red one next door, and voila! There it is, just like that. One of the interesting things about this is not only is it a place to work on your vehicles, but also you can sleep here as well via the couches. So this is kind of like a really nice first thing to purchase whenever you're doing something. Maybe, you know, hey, you got to go sleep in your building or something. You put down multiple sleep triggers, which is nice. So that little trick doesn't work anymore for making extra money. But hey, here you go. Next up from Superfly. Very, very cool setup here. This is their modern XL shed. I was going to say I totally forgot to look and see what it was called before I jumped in here. We do have this, which is not something you see normally. And we also have, sorry, that was jumping up on the wall there. You can open up the top, which is something that they've done with a few of their bits. So now, if you want, you can place another building inside of it. I'm trying to find something that's a little smaller. There we go. You can put this inside, and it's cool, and no one's gonna say anything about it. And then when you're done, just put the top back on, and you're good to go. We've got some great setups. There's a lot of colors. This one I just went with a green. Thought it looked good. It's got the orange roof on the top. Very, very cool. Even an exit sign for the exit. Tell you what, great job, Superfly. Here's a mod that I find really cool. This is the groundwater pump. Now, this right here, it just kind of takes water from the diesel. It's like a generator, and then it gives you water, which is really, really neat. Cycles per month, 600, and it costs you $72 per month. Very cool. 1 liter of diesel in gets you 100 liters of water out. So if you want to get water, but make it a little bit more, realistic's not the word, but try something different. Hey, this is a great way to do it, especially if it needs fuel. Only vehicles need fuel. This is neat. Next up is our Podlasian Cottage 1971. And did you know that way back in 1971, they had little openings that they wouldn't let anyone in their house? This is better than nothing. I will give you that. This is better than nothing. But, it's still fighting the urge not to complain about it not having an interior. It's got a little bit of one. You win this round. Your last new mod is called Kiosk. This is a selling point, and it costs you $48,500. And I think it looks pretty cool. It looks to be an Alpine German-style building, something like that around towards the outside, with Kiosk and a few things written on the side, which, well, I can't read. The open sign may not be on, but don't worry. You can sell here anytime. Next, let's talk about maps for all platforms. So we're starting with Vlashich, Bosnia. This is from Slupsk, also creator of maps like Iowa Plains View, Alma, Missouri, just to name a few, and also helped with Millennial Farmer map as well. Now, I've done a full preview of this, so we're not going to go over everything in detail like I normally would. This is a mod video, and because we have so many, we need to get moving because I still have a lot more to go. I've been recording this video for 2.5 hours. Somebody hit me again. Anyway, it's an absolutely beautiful map. It's based around the area that Slupsk lives, grew up. We've got some owned areas through here, straight up the middle, and then we've got our main farm here. Now, over here, we also have custom buildings for everything. So, all the stuff that you see, we've got custom buildings, custom placeables, everything can be deleted, pulled, all that good stuff. And because of that, because it's built into the map and it's not just a mod that somebody was like, oh yeah, I like that, and pulled it and used it as a required mod, there's 0 required mods for this map. 2 thumbs up, baby. 2 thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. As for everything else in this map, things are everywhere that you want, everything that you need, you are good to go. You can also buy the entire map with the, well, you can't buy that, but that's the BGA. So just ignore that. But everything else can be purchased. There's quite a few different farms on here and a couple different beautiful places to check out as well. We do have durum wheat and rye, which have been built into the map, which is very, very cool. Here is your growth calendar. Sugarcane and cotton, as always, have been pulled. And if we go down through our list of different crops that we have, what will we find? Well, we will find that we have a lot of the same productions as we do on some of the other Slupsk maps, including a few other things. I think a juice factory that you can place down which is nice. Doesn't come on the map, but all of the features of all their other maps are included here. 2 thumbs up, baby. Love that. Now let's take a look at on the items. We have the Kloss Area 660, as was the fan favorite 515. We have the Massey Ferguson 3670, and we have the New Holland CH 770. As far as your tippers, we have a Kloss Carrot 140. We have the header that goes along with the combine. We've got a Schmergish I'm going crazy. We got a cultivator. We have a power harrow, which matches up with our seeder. We also have a planter, front and rear. We have front and rear for sprayers, fertilizer spreader, header trailer, and a few weights. You got more than enough to keep you busy, more than enough to get started on this map. So jump on it, enjoy it, and have some fun. The next map for all platforms is called the Memory, a map of memories. We have 205 fields divided up into 150 different fields, 17 of which meadows. The smallest is 0.2 hectares, largest is 3.6 hectares. There's a lot of different areas around here. I'm not sure what memory we're trying to rustle up here, but I'm getting 0 memories off of this. I don't know where we are. I will say that the PDA looks really, really cool. They've done a good job of making things different and unique and exciting and very different. Different is a good word here. A lot of different things. Field sizes look really cool too. I like the way everything's kind of made all around this. The outside of the map is $675 million, but it includes a castle. So it might be worth it. It's not worth it. They need to fix that. It should be $0 nonetheless. Let's take a look here. Do we have custom crops? No, we don't. There's actually 2 versions of this map, though. So one of them is made specifically for the premium expansion. So if you have that, you're good to go. And if you don't have it, there's a version of that map for you guys as well, which doesn't have the red beets, carrots, and parsnips. It also doesn't have any of the soup, canned goods, and chips already placed down on the map. So heads up there. Here is your growth calendar. It doesn't look like anything's been deleted for this map, which is great. And do we have any custom productions? I would assume so, because there's 12 required mods. And yet here we are. Didn't see any in there. What are you going to do about it? Hey, let's take a look at owned items. We've got a Zader. We also have Massey Ferguson and a Deutz-Fahr. Everything else is equipment other than the pickup 1986. So we've got that Kloss tipper, the Deutz-Fahr header, Amazon cultivator, and then we have an Amazon power harrow and seeder, and a regular slurry tanker, rear mower, tedder, windrow, forge wagon. Does anybody pay attention to this part? I don't know. Hey, you got a whole bunch of stuff through here. So pretty much everything you would need for doing everything in small form farming, you'd be good to go. Again, I'm not quite sure what memory this is trying to pull up. The only memory I have is the memory that I really dislike custom buildings. Here are your required mods, but there, heads up, there is one other one that is missing, the cattle pens for beef cattle. Next up, Tyrolean Whitecreek Valley. This is the console version, or the cross-play version of this. You might remember back way back when, a few months ago, where we had a PC version of this. It spans over 1,600 meters from the bottom of the map to the top of the map, which is very cool. Actually, it goes a lot further than that. It's just kind of where I stopped. It keeps going. Goodness. I think maybe that's where it stops. Yeah, probably where it stops. I'm lost. Oh, there we go. If we can finally fly out of there. A lot of the stuff that you would expect to see on an Alpine map, you will find right here. There are some required mods. We will talk about that. And this is your main farm right here. As far as the PDA goes, here it is. You've got all that. And it looks like, I guess, the areas around we're just a little bit outside the map or something like that. As far as your crop types, there's only a few. So we got wheat, barley, oats, corn, potatoes, and grass. And if you have the premium DLC installed, you can also do red beets, carrots, and parsnips. So everything else has been completely cut away from this. These are your crops. These are the only ones that you could do here. What is that? 6 if you don't have the premium expansion? Goodness gracious. It's a lot less stuff than you would expect, I guess. I don't know. I care less. It's very cool. I'm digging it, and I like the realistic nature of it. And I like that they limited you for all your equipment. Speaking of equipment, we have a Lindner Lintrack 130. We got an AB mower, and we have a Schaefer wheel loader. We also have a pickup 18 something, and we have the Lindner Unitrack Pack, which is kind of like that Lindner right there. We actually have a version of the Lindner Lintrack. There's a part of that in a DLC. They just prefer to use this one, I guess. You've also got a mower, tedders, 2 different tedders, windrow, You've got a loading wagon, something for straw blowing. You've also got front loader tools, quite a few different ones there. Weight, and a trailer. Did I mention required mods? Yep, you've got 5. And your last new map for all platforms today is the Ribanceiras Map. This is from Carlos and Eclipse. Very, very cool. So this has lots of fields to explore. Obviously, it is a South American map, and we have things for that around. I am digging the setup here. So look at this. Look how dark that is. And it kind of sets it apart as well from everything else. I think the water looks great. It's got some really interesting topography as well, which they've done a good job. It's super complex. Very, very complex. And I dig that very, very much. Let's see. Let's go way, way up here, all the way to the castle on the hill. There's even more. So cool. Absolutely so cool. You could easily get lost on here. Let's take a look here. Boom. Farmland number 4. This is going to include a lot of stuff, including your house, your animal pens, and we've got a couple fields there as well. Looks like we have an oil seed radish. Really? And then we also have a canola, I believe. Really? Oil seed radish. I don't trust it. Where are we? Where are we? Is this it? Is this the field? Hang on. No way. Oil seed radish it is. Yep. And canola. All right. I was correct. Also, yeah, it's a little bit creepy that you got a dude's fingers like just hanging out with an old school iPhone. It would have been, I don't know. If you need a picture of an iPhone, just hit me up. I got you. Anyway, nonetheless, you can see everything right through here. Looks fairly realistic-ish. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. As far as everything else, we do have coffee on this map, so 2 thumbs up there. If we take a look at our crop calendar, there you go. And if we look at any custom bits, we do have a few required mods for this. It looks like we have coffee, roasted coffee, and premium coffee, and everything else is base game. Looking at what we get in our own items, Massey 5S, and we have a Valtra T255, as well as a Valtra Valmont 8750, and a Deutz-Fahr top liner. We also have a Schaefer front loader, telehandler, wheel loader. All right, it's one of those 3. We have a crappy half pipe, as well as a Rudolph TDK, and a top liner header. We also have a stone picker, plow, seeder. We've also got a planter in there, fertilizer spreader, forge wagon, front loader tools, pallet forks for the telehandler, header trailer, and a few weights, and that is it. I record these videos out of order. This is actually the last clip for me, and I've currently been recording for close to 3 hours now. Oh, I'm gonna die. The video's half over. At least for you guys. All right, let's keep it going. Almost forgot about the required mod. There you go, the placeable ramp. Jumping over to updates for all platforms, the MAN 19414 for Black Sheep modding version 1001 added a new model, the 4x2. They've also added an option to choose the driving side, added roof configuration, and fixed the issue where the 33414 truck would lift when overloaded. Next up, the Cargo 750-760 version 1.1 added warning signs to the tailgate. The store icon and brand displayed in the fleet now adapt to the configured manufacturer. What? Does that mean it's just cloths now? The color selection palette expanded, cloth sticker in the back added and made configurable, and cover added. And it's confusing DJ. That's an extra one. We also have an update to the Bailey High Lift Trailer version 1001, fixed undesirable mud flap movement and improved the animated cover. Next is the MAG SSP45 version 101, fixed the AI worker with courseplay. Next up is ADA Modding's Transport Platform 4000H version 1.3, revised the normal map. Also from ADA, the Hauer SGS2600 version 1.8 now, fixed the color configuration prices for default colors and made decals a config. Hull with cooling chamber version 1.3, fixed the unloading objects. Old grain storages, port version 1001, fixed collision issue. Parking spaces 1.2, renewed the model, added that you can now change the color of the lines from yellow, white, blue, red, and green. It also cleaned up the XMLs and i3D. Large parking spaces have been extended a bit to hold bigger equipment. Added a new parking lot mixed with 2 small and 2 large spaces. Added 7 more parking spaces with no decorations. Changed prices to be more realistic and added 18 more translations. Next is an update to Mars the Mission. However, do not update it. Superfly has reached out and said, don't update the mission. The mission's not to update it. Yeah. This is not update version 2. We've had version number 2. They submitted version 2.01 a while back, and they're waiting for that one to pass testing. However, whatever this is not that, and it's not the other either. Don't do it. And lastly, the map, Újrét version 1.1. Probably didn't say that correctly. A new save game is required for this. New crops of alfalfa and triticale. Rebuilt the petrol station. New apple pallet. New license plate types. New crop types, wheat, barley, canola, and oats by Bullet Bill. Little late to that party, but hey, still there. Stubble destruction. We have cotton and sugarcane are now hidden from the map. Increased capacities at chicken barn. Church bell now only lasts for 3 minutes to ring. Added a few decoration signs. Fixed the wood sail point. Fixed the sleep trigger. Floating window was removed, and other small fixes. Jumping over 2 new ones for PC and Mac players. This is going to be fairly simple to talk about. These are the Midwest Legacy Premium Cutter Pack. Now, you may say, don't we already have this? Well, kinda, yeah. We have the Lizard version of these. So if you have used the Lizard version on consoles, but you're on PC, and you say, hey, I'd like to have that 18.3 meter working with version with Legacy Midwest on the side, well, you could do that. You can also change it up to all the other brands. The only thing that is added, I guess, is the fact that Legacy Premium is Midwest on there. But it doesn't even say Midwest on the thing. All right. What an interesting setup for this next mod. The Lizard Water Trailer. It's been very rare that we get something that's called Lizard that's PC and Mac only that arguably doesn't have much going on. Yeah. I don't know. You got some wheels. Yeah. You got some colors. Good job. I don't... Why does this exist? What's the real brand of this? You've lost me, man. I'm going insane anyway from all these mods, but yeah, you lost me. Not the Lizard anchor, but the Esperia 7 anchor. So this is the cultivator that we were talking about with all platforms earlier. If you missed that, go check that out. But otherwise, here you go. Here's the PC version. Also, the Diploma, or the PC version of the chainsaws. Next is the multi-farm storage PC and Mac players. Let's open this thing up and see what we've got. So first up, we have a silo system, a place to dump with no grading, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? We got places out front where things will spawn. And then around towards the inside, we have another grading where we could drop stuff. The multi-fruit farm storage unreal. That's what I'm talking about. Storage is empty there. This is where you're going to be putting pallets, stuff like that. We've also got storage through there. And swing around here, we've got our liquid storage. So there's so much going on. So much space that we've got for all of this. Just insane. I love this so much. So cool. Oh, and you can change the colors. That's awesome. Next to last is going to be the SMS Grassland Roller Pack additional features, the mod that dropped for all platforms. It changes the working mode without having to use the workshop. Lastly, we have Worker Takeover. Seamlessly take control of the vehicle when dismissing an AI worker into the vehicle and dismiss the AI worker. The cruise control will remain active and the implements will stay lowered and turned on as applicable. With the mod, when the player dismisses an AI worker, the cruise control is deactivated and the active implements are automatically lifted and or turned on or off. Well, off. So this is kind of neat if you've got a worker and you want to fire them but just kind of keep doing what they're doing. It's pretty nice. I think we have something similar to this out already, but hey, here's this. Jumping over to updates for PC and Mac players. First was the Talex Leopard Duo 280 version 1001. New 3D model, new V-mask and normal textures, added shaft configurations, internal or external shaft, and added version with support wheels. Next up, the Agromet Famarol Slupsk U240 version 1.1, fixed missing textures and new color configuration added. Foil wrap add-on version 1102, fixed problem with color the foil wrap and improved the scripts. Haven't improved the English yet, though. Next up, Lumberjack version 152 added new ability to remove foliage with the chainsaw, strafe less aggressively with super speed active, fixed a bug where super strength key binding is missing on a brand new game, and fixed a bug where trees could not be cut on Deadwood missions. We also have Universal Auto Load version 1.6 added support for straw blowers and TMR mixer wagons, fixed logic for loading the doors and curtains open closed. What? Fixed issue with straw harvest pack after update 1.1. Workaround for unloading 2 buildings with the object storage specialization and prevent manual loading while bale collection mode is active. They've also fixed the issue where unload did not work correctly in conjunction with manual loading. And some map updates. First one, combined counties, version 1.1, Riverview supermarket trigger fixed. Multiple trees have been fixed. Some hard to collect collectibles have been fixed. Both cow nav meshes fixed for Riverbank cow barns on Newbie Farm. They do say that please note the update is save game compatible. Kandelin At MV version 1.202. No new save game is required. Distance textures of green rye has been adjusted. Yield amount of green rye adjusted for mowers. New power poles and telephone poles have been placed. Collisions can still be deactivated at the start house. Some old buildings have been renewed, and lime seed and fertilizer can now be sold at various points of sale. Lastly, Krajeńskie Pola version 1.101. The appearance of several objects has been improved. The appearance of corn in the growing phase has been improved. Remove the corn silo placed by default, and 2 additional required mods have been removed. And that is it. I knew we would make it to the end. I just knew that I would be going absolutely insane by the time that moment came. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, get subscribed if you're new and join the Go Ham fam. Looks like the Farm Simulator 25 website was updated this morning, which I've already made a video on, and I think Giants released a video on a new Holland as well. So hey, check that out. Whatever you do, just have a great day. We'll see you later. We'll go take a nap.